So we're trying to make some like smooth R&B vibey. So I got this started from Vibo. To me, it sounds less R&B, kind of like Gunna almost. I heard this keys. Thought I could turn it into like a smooth pad. So I reversed it and pitched it down. After that, I just added this lead back on top, and then I chopped this it's just like an ambient sound. I think it's a vocal or something. Then I added a synth bass on there. And so these two elements are the most important parts when you're trying to make something R&B, like the smooth, vibey, dark pads and like the deep bass. Last thing, the first section, I added this lead. Vibo has another lead in here, so I used that for the second section. Last thing I did was I made this bell pattern. Then I added EQ and portal and more EQ. So I rendered that out and got this. Then I chopped it up, reversed it, and format shifted it down. And this is what that sounds like now. And with it all together, so that's really smooth, kind of sounds like late night city kind of vibes. Now for the good part of this, I've been working on this kit for like the past 2 weeks, and I went through every single song on the album, and I either recreated or found the sound in a folder that I have for each of the songs. Every single one of these sounds was used on the album. And then I also have a sample pack, which this sample is included in the sample pack. These are just a bunch of R&B loops that I made. I was working on getting a lot of stuff to PARTYNEXTDOOR's management. A bunch of the loops that I made for the album are in here. Here's a few previews of the samples. I also got this one, it's kind of like a dance. So the first thing I knew I wanted to do was have an alternating snare and clap pattern. So that means first one right here is a snare, second one here is a clap. A lot of R&B songs do this. Next, I added this crash on the one. Then I made this open hat pattern. Next, I added this kick, and it has a lot of rhythm and a lot of space at the same time because of this little like double hit right here. Then I added this clap right here with manual delay. Doesn't sound good right now, but put some EQ and some reverb on it, and now it sounds super spacey and ambient. And one of the most important parts of the drums for an R&B song is the hi-hats. Two things you gotta do: you gotta have the little velocity bounce right here, and then second, you gotta have the space to let the beat breathe, and so the artist can sing, do whatever on it. And when you do rolls, make sure that the velocity is not all the way up. Like this kind of just sounds annoying. And now this is peaceful. It's like a little whisper. And something I like to do in my beats is I like to have different 808 patterns and different hi-hat patterns for different sections. So in the intro and the first half of the verse, I have this hi-hat pattern, which is still spacious but a lot less busy. Final sound I added was this 808. Something that's different about this is it doesn't hit on the one. I think it gives it a little extra bounce that makes it stand out. The second 808 pattern, it does hit on the one, so it just adds some variation. This kick pattern is more busy, and so one of the things that I was thinking about when I made this kick pattern and this 808 pattern, they kind of work together. They feed off of each other, kind of like a call and response. These, they play like on top of each other. I guess you could say in this section the kick and the 808 work around each other. This one, they work with each other. And every single one of these sounds was used on the actual Drake and PARTYNEXTDOOR album. And I have this kit on my website right now. The full version is $15 for the drum kit and the sample pack. If you want to make beats with hard-hitting trap soul drums, this is the perfect kit. Sounds have already been approved by one of the biggest artists in the world. So this is about as close as you're gonna get to like industry certified stuff. The link to that will be the top one in the description. I'm gonna let this beat play and I'll see y'all later.